Hello and welcome to your State of Play live reactions for The Last of Us Part 2 State of Play on Wednesday, May 27th. I'm joined by Keith.
Good evening.
And also Joel and Ellie over there. Don't worry about it. But yeah, we're here to react. It feels like weird for me because it feels like since this game was first announced around PSX 2016, it didn't feel like real to me even then. And so like I knew it wasn't going to come out for a very long time, so I've sort of tried to like stifle my hype, keep it in check for like so long now that it just feels like weird that we're finally here. This game was supposed to be coming out in 2 days. It's got delayed a little bit, but like we're approaching the finishing line now. Keith, where are your personal hype levels at for this State of Play and also like the game coming out in a few weeks' time?
For the State of Play, I've been on media blackout for the whole entire game because spoilers and leaks have been going rampant.
For sure, this is a safe space. I will try to moderate chat as best possible, but yeah, in case you were wondering, no discussion of spoilers here for the second game. First game, we'll sort of play it fast and loose, but yeah, safe space, everyone.
I was always confused at The Last of Us 2. I thought The Last of Us 1 ended on a note that we didn't need a Last of Us 2.
From what I understand from sort of the way Neil Druckmann and the cast, Troy Baker and I forget Ashley something plays Ellie, and I forget what her second name is, forgive me, but the way they talk about it, it seems like this was not really always the plan, but like after Last of Us 2 or Last of Us Part 1 and after Uncharted 4, they started like dipping back into, okay, well, what more could we do in this world if we wanted to, and sort of a story developed from there. So it did like strike a lot of people as like, well, let's not touch like my favorite game of all time here. Let's just keep it the way it was. But personally, the way I feel about it with these things is like you're never gonna lose the original game, right? That's always gonna be intact. If this game doesn't meet expectations, you know, like it doesn't have to ruin your love for the first game, but like I'm still excited. I still want to see what Ellie's story has to say in this next part, where Joel fits into the equation. You know, I'm ready. I'm raring to go.
Yeah, and it's the same with any game that gets a sequel or a remaster. If you don't like the new, you can always go play the old.
Exactly, right? You just had this with Final Fantasy VII, you know? Your nerves must have been quaking before that released.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, just shaking like, I want this game now.
Yeah. We just had a State of Play a few weeks ago for Ghost of Tsushima. I wonder how similar this is going to be in terms of presentation. You know, that was very sort of like chill voices, nice, relaxing, just like taking the vibes of the samurai world. There was the lower third, like introducing you to some mechanics of the game. I wonder, is it going to be sort of similar vibe here, or are they going to like talk a bit more, or like go into like interviews about it? We'll have to wait and see, I guess.
I mean, I could hope that it would be as smooth as Ghost of Tsushima's State of Play, because that's kind of hard to top. It showed the gameplay, minimal voiceover, pop in when it needed, nothing was intrusive.
Yeah, it was sort of the top end of the scale you can expect to get from these things, right? Set expectations right. Again, tonight, confirmed no PS5 news, no discussion of when that event's going to be. We've had some rumors of that it might be June 3rd, which is next Wednesday, but like no discussion from Sony on that regard tonight. It's just going to be Last of Us 2. So yeah, we're hoping for deep dives. We're hoping for gameplay. I want to see some good kills. You know what I mean? I want to see Ellie like take an axe to some guy and shotgun the other guy. I can't wait to
duct tape a knife to a gun.
Yeah. Still waiting on the channel to go live, the Twitch channel. I don't know if it's broken, but here's hoping it's not.
Yeah, it's still not live.
Yeah.
And there's probably tons of people refreshing it.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I think if I close down the chat window, Twitch chat should open. Slip of the tongue there. No, okay, so I have chat closed. So yeah, that's safe to do that. I wonder, is their YouTube... I'm going to bring up their YouTube page just in case they start sooner there, but I don't think they will. Let's see. Just a countdown screen, Sonny, anything. You know, just let me know that something's coming.
You're alive.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I mean, aren't these pre-recorded?
Yeah, okay. The YouTube stream is starting its, like, premiere countdown thing.
Right,
oh, here we go.
Twitch
is starting. Okay, we're good. Here we go. As always, chat, let me know if the audio is okay on your end. State of play, baby. Let's go. Oh, they also have a countdown. Okay, so I think their YouTube and Twitch countdowns are synced. So we shouldn't experience any early or late problems.
So long as YouTube doesn't do another 2-minute.
That's true. They could do the other countdown. We had that with Hilson Direct yesterday, where there was like 2 or 3 countdowns. Wonder we're going to start with gameplay, or we're going to get a cinematic trailer. I haven't actually watched the latest cinematic trailer from a few weeks ago, but I wonder we're going to get something like that again here. Who knows?
We might.
Yeah. I don't think they'll bring in like Troy Baker or Neil Druckmann or anything to talk, because they might have done that had they been like in a studio together and able to like pre-record that, but yeah, with the webcams and stuff, it just doesn't seem like it would fit with State of Play sort of presentational style. So I think we're just going to go straight into either cinematics or gameplay. We'll see.
Did they say how long the State of Play was?
25 minutes, according to the PlayStation blog post. So a little bit
shorter
longer.
than Ghost of Tsushima.
Is it? I thought it was longer. I thought Ghost of Tsushima was like 18 minutes, was it? Oh, here we go.
Beep. I don't even have to have sound on to hear that beep anymore.
Wonder what the next sound's going to be for like next year's State of Play when the PS5's out. Blood and gore confirmed.
I know you wish things were different. I wish things were different. Ellie! But they ain't.
Please stop! I'm leaving tomorrow.
To do this smart, we'd be leaving Jackson vulnerable.
So they just get to get away with this?
How'd you find us?
You can't stop this.
I want what you want. But not at any cost. I really hope you make it.
I have to finish it.
There's a cost.
We could have killed you. Maybe you should have.
Heavy.
I'm Neil Druckmann, Vice President of Naughty Dog and the Director of The Last of Us Part 2. We're just a few weeks away from launch on June 19th, when the game will finally be in your hands. The wait has been long, and we're extremely grateful for your patience, especially now in the midst of these unprecedented and challenging times. We hope you're all taking care of yourselves and that you, your friends, and your loved ones are doing well. Because of these extraordinary circumstances, we can't be together in this final stretch and share the experience like we usually would. So today we're trying something different, something we've never done before. Over the next 20 minutes or so, we're going to give you an in-depth look into what awaits you in The Last of Us Part 2, including new details about the gameplay experience and story. And to cap it all off, we'll be showing a never-before-seen, lengthy gameplay sequence. You'll definitely want to stick around for that.
I don't know what happened. I was supposed to take her to the Fireflies and walk away. They were actually going to make a cure. The only catch, it would kill her.
The Last of Us Part 2 picks up Ellie and Joel's story several years after the events of the first game. Ellie and Joel have settled in Jackson, Wyoming, amongst a thriving community of survivors. With the threats of the world kept outside the town's walls, Jackson has been able to find relative peace and even stability. Ellie is now 19, lives on her own, and has been able to forge lasting relationships within the community.
Scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate our kiss from last night?
However, this peace is short-lived. Jackson and Ellie suffer a violent and traumatizing event. Ellie sets off back into the treacherous outside world in search of retribution and justice.
God, the
Her
environment.
journey will take her to new parts of the country previously unexplored in The Last of Us. The story spans multiple seasons and climates, from the snow-capped mountains of Jackson to the lush Pacific Northwest. Each introduces a wide range of exterior and interior environments for you to navigate and explore, rendered in meticulous detail and unprecedented scale with the latest iteration of the Naughty Dog engine. Our goal was to make these environments not only beautiful, but feel as grounded and authentic to the cities they're based on as possible. Much of the story unfolds in what remains of Seattle, a massive former quarantine zone. Its locales are incredibly diverse, spanning a dense city center with a skyline of towering high-rises to the beautiful suburbs and stormy waterfronts that surround it. The city exhibits drastic shifts in architecture, elevation, and weather. And with Part 2, we've introduced new traversal mechanics that afford greater exploration and ways to navigate threats. Ellie is not only able to climb and jump over gaps, but she can use ropes to scale vertical terrain or swing over obstacles, allowing you to discover new areas, resources, and side narratives.
Platforming.
These more open environments also create new strategic considerations in combat, whether it's to get the jump on enemies or bypass them entirely. The Last of Us Part 2 features some of the largest environments we've ever created. Horseback riding will allow Ellie to quickly cover some of these expansive terrains. Some streets are so flooded that a boat is required to navigate them. However, the world of The Last of Us is as lush and inviting as it is deadly. As Ellie uncovers the path to finding those who have wronged her, she must face the many threats of this unknown city. In the wake of the pandemic and the fall of the quarantine zone, Seattle has become a war zone, where two warring factions find themselves in an ongoing conflict for territory and resources. One of these groups is the Washington Liberation Front, otherwise known as the WLF. The WLF are a militia group that began as resistance to the military occupation of Seattle, and eventually wrestled control of the city from them. They are highly trained, organized, and well-equipped with weapons they stole from the army. They occupy much of the city, imprisoning or killing trespassers on sight.
Hey, we got another trespasser. A girl. Did you see her?
I'm gonna have to kill
On
so
the
many
other side
dogs
of
in
this
this game.
bloody conflict is a group of religious zealots called the Seraphites,
Well, they're naughty dogs.
or Scars,
Give them.
defined by the self-inflicted
A
deep
plate.
cuts that they bear across their faces. Like the WLF, they're deeply tribalistic and territorial. They're known for being stealthy, using overgrowth as cover, and they use more silent weapons like bows and arrows.
Clip her wings.
Clip her wings. Oh no.
But beyond this conflict among survivors, the threat that originally brought the world to its knees is very much present. Every human is in danger of falling victim to the infected. They are the recently infected runners, who are more numerous and aggressive in this game. The blind but extremely deadly clickers,
God, that's
and the
sound.
stalkers, who sneak and hide until they're ready to attack, surprising their victims with extreme agility and brutal violence. The Last of Us Part 2 introduces new stages of infected, such as the Shamblers. Large, heavily armored enemies that are covered in pustule. Upon getting close to you, they expel a corrosive spore cloud that burns its victims.
So nasty.
But our most terrifying and lethal new forms of infected will have to wait until you play the game for yourselves.
Oh shit.
Creepy.
Overcoming these threats will require careful consideration of how you approach every combat encounter and how you leverage Ellie's unique skills, equipment, and the environment to your advantage.
Dog knows. Ah shit.
The WLF patrol the streets of Seattle with guard dogs, which are capable of detecting and following you, even while in cover.
You think this guy's connected to the
They can pick up your scent and alert their handlers to your presence. Listen mode will reveal your scent trail, so keep moving and cause distractions to avoid detection.
They could be hiding anywhere.
25 years after the pandemic began, the world is completely overgrown. Use tall grass to hide from enemies and go prone to stay out of sight. However, this form of analog stealth means you're never fully hidden. If enemies get close enough, they can discover you, even in grass. When Ellie is overwhelmed, running away is a viable option. You can also break glass or crawl through tight spaces to find new paths or areas to evade or take on your enemies. In any given combat situation, you can flee an encounter and re-establish stealth to regain the advantage. If you absolutely have to fight your way out, there are a variety of tools at your disposal. Ellie's more agile than most of her enemies. She can sprint and quickly dodge incoming attacks. Learning how opponents attack with different weapons and mastering the timing of your dodges will prevent you from taking damage and create opportunities to counterattack. You can use throwable items or well-placed shots to stun enemies before dealing a killing blow. Or using them as a shield to protect yourself or buy some time to figure out your next move.
Got a shank in herself.
Ellie isn't always alone on her journey. Allies will take part in helping you navigate the environments, spot enemies, and meaningfully help you in combat encounters.
Oh, yeah. So brutal.
Between the human survivors and the roaming infected, there will be times where multiple threats are present, creating new strategic considerations and opportunities. You can choose whether to attack these opponents separately and directly, or find ways to pit them against each other.
Keith, bricks or bottles? What team are you on?
Flee as they fight, or wait until their
Bottle.
numbers have thinned out and engage
Right
with
in my heart,
whoever's
man.
left.
I'm team brick all the way.
Our goal is to create unparalleled tension, coupled with deep systems that give you greater control and influence over your journey. As you play, you'll be able to invest in a broad collection of crafting items, weapon, and player upgrades through training manuals scattered throughout the environment and scavenging for ingredients. These skills and upgrade manuals cater to a variety of playstyles, and the choices you make will create your own distinct experience. We also wanted to extend that agency and personalization to your weapons through our new workbench system. Scavenge for parts to modify and improve your weapon's performance and attributes, all of which are visualized and become part of your character.
Yeah, I think you're right, Casey. That's why I used the brick, because I wanted to save the
Survival
bottles
will
for the
also require
Molotovs.
using the parts and ingredients that you'll find in the environment, which can be crafted into a wide range of defensive and offensive items, like proximity mines, explosive arrows, pistol suppressors, and more. All of these gameplay systems are meant to immerse you in the world and make you feel in lockstep with Ellie's emotional journey. As we've said before, this is Naughty Dog's largest, most ambitious game. It may seem like we covered a lot, but we've only scratched the surface of what it's like to play The Last of Us Part 2. We can't wait for you to experience it all for yourself on June 19th. Until then, here's an extended sequence of never-before-seen gameplay.
Okay.
Enjoy.
I want a gator to jump out of that water.
Zombie gator. Or not zombies, sorry, they're infected. Infected gator, is what I meant to say.
The COVID gator.
Did you find her yet?
Shit.
Escape while no one was looking. We're searching the area, just in case she's still around.
Isaac's not happy about it.
No shit.
I keep hearing that same voice actor, so I wonder is she a character or is this just like reusing NPC voices?
Talking about
Wonder if it's reusing NPC voices, but knowing Naughty Dog, it's probably a character.
Mm-hmm. Ellie did learn to swim. Yeah, good shout.
Dog paddle.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, how does she not hear that? But she's listening to music,
like
the
a
idiot.
fucking sound. Hands up.
On a PS Vita.
Yeah, it's a Vita. The Vita lives.
Where is she?
Vita lives.
We're in the hospital.
They're clearing out the upper floors. She's somewhere in there.
I feel like I recognize the soundtrack to the game she was playing as well. What is that game? It's not like Super Hexagon or something. I know I'm completely like ignoring that I'm watching The Last of Us 2, but like that just bothers me.
Coat's away. Word is we're almost wrapped up.
Good. I got my girl waiting for him for Bob.
You shitting me? They put you with Joe again?
Upstairs. Hey, we get the job done.
I bet you do. Oh, this is not fair.
I'm telling you, man. Data soldier. It makes these shifts so much easier.
Sure. I'll keep that in mind.
Fuck. Sounds like scars are getting closer.
Hope that's our guys executing those freaks.
Hey, did you hear why we're all getting called up to the fob?
In bottle.
I heard that Isaac wants us to retake
That's a
Willow
silencer?
downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
We might take the fight to them.
Oh, no way. Not after what went down last time. Even Isaac isn't that crazy.
It's what I heard.
Shut up. All right, calm down.
Charlotte! Rider and back! Sticky tape from that way!
Fan out. Check the whole coast.
There we go.
Someone's out there.
It's Khalid. Oh no, I thought she said it alight and then put it in her pocket. Oh. Didn't need to go out like that, man. Shot.
They gotta have at least one pet the dog to make up for all the dogs you're gonna kill in this game.
yeah.
Just like that.
I like the arc of the bow.
Mm-hmm. Most games would have it just shoot straight.
Yeah.
Saw movement.
I'll go check it out. I got you covered. Holy shit! Look out! Move! Over here! Drop her now! Crook! Asshole!
Just leave her
Ooh,
to
nail bat.
yeah, bleed out.
I found her!
Ooh. Ellie's a rampaging
Yeah,
machine. Holy crap.
she's seen some shit. Can't get out of that easy.
Damn it! Find another way off!
Good song. We're gonna get muted though. I gotta leave. Today was a good day. Oh, we're definitely getting muted.
Maybe if you posted more guards, Abby would still be herself. The fuck was Abby here?
I'm not stupid. You're gonna tell us where she went.
When Isaac talks to us about this,
I'm getting tired of this.
Nora. Nora! I'm not going down for her, man.
Careful now.
Just gonna skip the duct tape.
Yeah, get that tape. You had room for it.
Don't scream. Put that shit down. You remember me? Yeah. You remember me.
Sick.
Shortest 25 minutes in history.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, don't mind. Lots to take in after that. Lots to take in. Give me your overall impressions. What was the vibe after that? Did you are you more excited? Are you less excited?
I'm a little bit more excited than I started out with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. It's been a while since I've seen anything Last of Us related because media blackout. But yeah, it was cool getting it at that deep dive of gameplay at the end. Again, it seemed to go by like in a second. But it really did like bring me back into like, because I haven't replayed the original in a long time, so it did really bring me back into that world and how things play. But also like a lot of new cool stuff, like loved like just stuff like the bottle on the gun for like the silencer and like the arc of the bows and like the different like tools you can play with, like that big 2x4 that you just like swung at that guy's head. Looked brutal, dude.
He's more brutal than Joel.
Yeah, for sure. And that little tease at the end I thought was very, very nice, setting up the story quite well without like spoiling anything. I was very, very happy with that. I didn't think they need to do this, especially for people like me, but there might be a few out there who like maybe didn't play the original at the time. But yeah, like I'm sold, man. If I could be any more sold by that, I am. You know, I'm ready to go. June 19th. Can't get here soon enough.
I just don't really have any words.
Yeah.
That's my issue here. It wasn't as good as Ghost of Tsushima's, but it was still pretty good. It set the bar pretty high.
Yeah, for sure.
After that,
it didn't. There was a lot more talking. You did predict there would be a lot more talking, and there was, especially at the beginning. But I feel like there was a lot more depth to this one. Like Ghost of Tsushima, you were like being introduced to this whole new world and this whole new story and gameplay mechanics. So like it was cool to just like let the game speak for itself and let it show you what it's talking about. But with this, there's a little bit more nuance, and like I think you need that voice to like compare the original game to this new thing and like what exactly is different, because maybe at a glance to people who like don't know, they might not get it instantly, but like there was a lot of cool little advancements in there and a lot of cool like story setup, I think.
Yeah.
Casey says, Lucky recently played Last of Us 1. The princess loved the monsters. I'm interested to see how she acts to the new ones, for sure.
Oh yeah.
The new wasn't called a bloater. I just like made that up. I think that's a Left 4 Dead thing. It was called.
I think they called it a rusher.
Rusher, yeah. So like it's fast, but it's also large, and it will spray this like gas. And then they also teased another like even stronger infected that you're gonna fight, and like didn't show it off. I really like that. I like the idea of the surprise there. But even then, man, like clickers by themselves, just the noise. Like I was like clenching up because like that noise just sends me nuts, dude. Hear it in my nightmares. A lot of like it was cool seeing the horse like going around on the horse, and the verticality to some of the environments. It did seem to like be a bit more open in terms of how you'll tackle these environments in terms of exploring them and fighting enemies. You know, you'll have a lot more to play with, it seems like. So just like more Last of Us, man. I'm ready. I'm so ready.
A lot of people are. I feel a lot of people are going to be even more ready after seeing this direct, or not direct, but
state of play. Yeah.
State of play.
It's all just
my
merging
mind's
into one
in Wholesome right now.
Yeah. A lot of dogs.
We've only been at this for a couple weeks.
A lot of dogs that I'm not going to be super stoked to kill. Hopefully there's one friendly dog. But even then, if there's going to be a friendly dog, you know they're going to kill it. Like, again, when you're running around on that horse, you know the horse is going to, like, get shot at some point, and you're going to have to just watch it, like, whinny into submission.
God, it's like Red Dead Redemption 2. I spent the whole game bonding with the horse I found out in the wild.
Yeah.
And then at the end, it just dies. It's like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I spent the whole game bonding with this horse, making sure I didn't do anything dangerous with it, left it, fed it, gave it sugar cubes, and now you're gonna make me kill it. I hate you.
It's gonna be interesting to see when all's said and done, and I've played through however long this game is and hit the end credits. It's going to be interesting to see how I feel at the end of it, right? Because The Last of Us 1, it was very, like, genre-defining for its time, and it didn't end in sort of a traditional way that you see in a lot of stories, right? It was, like, sort of an uneasy ending, right? You were sort of left, like, the story has resolved itself. Like, we didn't necessarily need this part 2. Like, you felt satisfied, but also, like, it wasn't a happy ending. It wasn't, like, a standard ending that you get in a lot of zombie endings. It was just like a weird feeling of like, ooh. And I wonder, am I going to get a similar feeling from this? Is it going to try and resolve this world entirely? Is there going to be more Last of Us after this? You know, it's going to be weird to see. I don't think this will have the same effect on narrative-based games that The Last of Us 1 did. But that's just me, like, guessing. We'll have to see.
I mean, it's the same. It's that satisfied but empty feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And am I going to get that feeling again, or am I going to feel complete?
Yeah, it's nuts. And it's so weird the way this is set up, like, because the Last of Us was the swan song, essentially, for the PS3. Like, it was one of the last big hits to come out in that system. That and GTA 5, I think. And, like, this is going to be the swan song. This and Ghost of Tsushima going to be the swan song for the PS4, and then we're, like, steamrolling towards a new generation.
No, we got one more game for the PS4 that's going to help be the swan song.
Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, Cyberpunk for sure. Again, Cyberpunk, just because it's like September or whatever, it just seems like that is next gen in my head, even though next gen won't be out. It's weird. Yeah, we've got like a whole lot more to wait, I guess, through this generation, and we might get a look at next gen sometime next week if the rumors are true. So stay tuned to Playhouse's Twitter to get any news on if we're doing reaction streams for that. I'm sure we will. If it's June 3rd, if it's Wednesday, I'll definitely be here to stream that, and hopefully we'll have Keith and some of the other people, hopefully. So yeah, enter Playhouse on Twitter. Keep following that. Were you going to say something? Yeah.
I was just saying I'm going to keep doing my best to help provide these great reactions.
Yeah.
And it'll keep everybody excited and going.
For sure. That's really fun to do. Don't think there's anything left to react to this week. Just before we head off here, I do want to mention that I will be streaming on Friday. I'm going to stream some gameplay. I'm introducing a new streaming series. It'll be around 9 p.m. my time, which going off today was 9 p.m. my time as well for this State of Play. So Central Time, I think at 3 p.m. 1 p.m. Los Angeles,
1 p.m. Pacific,
4 p.m. Eastern time zones. But yeah, keep an eye out on the schedule for that one. So I'll be doing some gameplay there. And then also our site launches on Friday, hopefully around midday. So keep an eye out for that as well. Enter theplayhouse.com. It's going to be sick. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff to look at there. So keep an eye out. Keith, anything you want to tease in terms of stuff you're writing? You maybe want to keep people on out for Friday?
Got a couple reviews. I'm hoping to get one finished up, hopefully in time to go up live.
Yeah.
Got an interview with a modder for Final Fantasy VII. Look forward to that.
Yeah.
And other than that, look forward to just all the content we're going to be putting up in the coming future.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be an exciting time, and I'm so excited we got to reveal it this week and that we're doing this Playhouse initiative. It's been super, super exciting. Your guys' feedback has been awesome, so keep it coming. Until then, we'll hopefully see you next time on Friday. See you then.
Goodbye, everybody.